Carnival UK, the British HQ of one of the world's largest cruise companies. For Southampton, it brings in millions of pounds a year and is part of the city's thriving maritime industry. But for climate activists, it's not the economics they care about. It's the pollutants that are pumped into the air we breathe.
The reason why it's such a big issue here locally is because we have the facility to accommodate the largest of these cruise ships, and so therefore we see more ships, larger ships, and we see them more often. Therefore the effect of the pollution that they emit when they're sat here in port is very, very significant for the people who live in this area.
Extinction Rebellion, who have held protests around the country for many environmental issues, have started a petition calling upon Carnival to retrofit all current and future vessels for shoreside electricity, which they hope will cut their portside emissions to zero and make Southampton a low-carbon economy and a healthier city.
We want Carnival to do a couple of things really. The simplest thing and the most direct thing that the petition is asking for is for them to enable ship-to-shore electrical hookup. So when the ships are actually in dock, sat here along the shoreside in Southampton, they are not sat there with their engines running and obviously emitting the pollution into the atmosphere. They can plug in, they can do this really quite cleanly, and ABP, we understand, is quite on side with this. There is no bigger issue, is there really? This is something which is affecting every single one of us on this planet, and that would include people who go on cruises, people who live in the area, people who run corporations. Absolutely everybody is included in this issue, and there are different scales to how we respond to it. We need government-sized responses, we need individual-sized responses as well, and we need corporation-sized responses. We need large corporations who have a serious effect on this environment to take appropriate size steps to mitigate that effect.
In response, Carnival have welcomed the proposal to meet with members of Extinction Rebellion face to face. They highlighted that they've reduced their carbon footprint by 25% over the past few years, and are also aiming to reduce the rate of carbon emissions across the industry's fleet by 40% by 2030. They went on to say in a statement, "Preserving and protecting the environment is one of Carnival Corporation's highest priorities. Not only is our very existence tied to protecting the oceans, seas and communities in which we operate, but operating responsibly is also the right thing to do. We have an obligation to ourselves, our guests, our stakeholders, and the more than 700 destinations we visit around the world to protect the environment in which we live, work and travel, and this includes our UK home port of Southampton." For activists like Zoe though, the message remains clear.
How corporations like Carnival choose to respond to actions from Extinction Rebellion and other groups is entirely up to them. But it would be good to think that they will respond, that they will listen to us, and also that they will be listening to their shareholders, to their investors, who also know that there is a consequence to continuing to adopt these strategies. We also hope that they will listen to their customers, and we very much hope that their customers are listening to us. Listen to what we have to say. I hope Carnival will listen to what we have to say. We are not going anywhere. They can choose to ignore us if they want to, but we will carry on.
So it looks as there will be a healthier relationship going forward between both parties if talks do begin. Dan Dove, That's TV.